Chosen one, a karmic is scrambling to expose a so-called secret about you while being firmly told to stop by someone fighting your corner with money and legal weight behind them. An unexpected strategist intervened, not emotionally, but precisely, shutting the move down. A tower moment follows. Narratives flip. The one planning exposure is exposed instead. Waves rise in your favor. Stay focused. Say less. Let consequences speak. Justice moves permanently now. You've got someone who's clearly an enemy, someone who wants to see you fall. But you've also got someone fighting your corner who isn't doing it out of pure motives. This individual has a personal agenda, and understanding this dynamic is crucial because it's going to determine how you move when this all comes to light. Family energy is present here. Bloodline or chosen family. Someone who knows things about you that the public doesn't know. Someone who has access to your history. And this person is connected to an ex. There's a web here. A network of individuals who've been talking about you behind closed doors, sharing information, building narratives, creating alliances based on shared interest in keeping you small. Your ex is obsessed with you. Social media surveillance is happening, checking to see if you're dating, wondering if you're happy, and the answer is destroying this person from the inside because you are happy. You're thriving. You're building something that was never supported during that relationship, and now your ex is watching from the sidelines as you become everything you were told you'd never be. That's a slow death for this individual. This ex doesn't want the family member to expose you, not because of love, but because if you go down, the connection to you becomes worthless. Your ex wants you successful to eventually worm back into your life, so defense is being played, attacks are being blocked, plans are being interfered with, not for your sake, for personal gain. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. Use it. Let this person fight your battles while you focus on securing your blessing. The family member, though, this individual is furious about this money coming your way. Abundance is spinning in your direction, and it's being viewed as undeserved, like it should belong to someone else, like you did something wrong to get here. This is the person pushing this exposure. This is the one with the bitter taste in the mouth. This is the individual who can't speak freely about hatred, so plotting happens in silence. There's also manipulative energy here. Conniving. Someone who only does things when there's something in it for them. This might be the family member. This might be someone else entirely. But there's energy in this mix playing both sides, pretending to care about you while actually positioning for personal benefit, regardless of how this plays out. And then there's you, standing in the middle of all this chaos, focused on your work, practicing your craft, getting so good at what you do that you're about to become undeniable. While scheming happens, you're building. While gossip spreads, you're mastering. While your downfall is being plotted, you're rising to heights nobody can comprehend. That's the difference between someone who's actually chosen and people who just wish for that status. This secret revolves around money from your past. Maybe you didn't pay something back. Maybe there was a loan that went sideways. Maybe there were tax issues that weren't handled correctly. Maybe you made financial decisions when you were desperate that don't look good on paper. Whatever it is, documentation exists. Records have been kept. And the belief is that when this information gets released, it's going to destroy the opportunity coming your way. For some of you, it's not even real. It's fabricated. It's a narrative twisted to make you look bad. Situations are being taken out of context. Your survival choices are being painted as moral failures. Your need for resources is being framed as greed. You're being made out to be something you never were, just to justify bitterness about you walking away. There's talk of you being a gold digger, of you using people, of you being engaged to someone karmic just for money, of you embarrassing yourself or embarrassing others by association. The plan is to make this public. The goal is to have the people offering you this opportunity hear these stories and pull back. Sabotage before manifestation is the entire strategy. Here's the fatal flaw in this plan. The person you were when those things happened isn't the person you are now. You've healed, you've evolved, you've done work on yourself that most people avoid their entire lives. You've faced your shadow instead of hiding from it. You've owned your mistakes instead of making excuses. You've transformed your pain into power, and no secret from your past can erase the truth of who you are in this present moment. Everyone has a past. Everyone has made choices deserving of regret. Everyone has done things worthy of being taken back. The difference is you actually changed. You actually grew. You actually became someone new. So when the exposure attempt happens, when who you were gets brought up, all that's going to be highlighted is how far you've come. The proof is going to be there that your transformation is real, not performative. Validation is going to come that you're not the same person anymore. And while focus stays on your old dirt, current dirt is about to surface about your accusers. Secrets are coming to light. Shady dealings are being exposed. Manipulations are revealed. People are finding out exactly who's really operating behind masks. The spotlight being aimed at you is going to swing around and blind the person holding it. If this message hits your spirit, hype this video so more chosen ones like you can find it. Now let's talk about what's actually coming for you, because understanding the size of this blessing helps you understand why the opposition is so intense. This isn't a small promotion. This isn't a modest raise. This is life-changing money. This is generational wealth potential. This is an opportunity that's going to completely shift your reality and the reality of everyone connected to you. Work is coming that pays well, really well. You're being recognized as an expert in your field. Doors are opening that you thought were permanently closed. Resources are flowing that will allow you to live the life you've been dreaming about during those nights when you wondered if you made the right choice walking away from your old life. This opportunity requires a choice, though. There's a decision to be made, and the waters around this choice are choppy. It's not going to be an easy decision on paper. There's going to be risk involved. There's going to be uncertainty. There's going to be voices telling you not to do it. But your spirit already knows this is your path. Your intuition already confirmed this is yours to claim. And no amount of external noise can change what's already been decided in the spiritual realm. You're becoming a master at something, like someone who's practiced and practiced until perfection arrived. This isn't luck. This isn't nepotism. This is earned. This is deserved. This is the harvest from seeds you planted when nobody was watching, when nobody believed in you, when you had to be your own cheerleader, your own mentor, your own support system. Now that investment is about to pay dividends. Your enemies know this is coming. The feeling is there. The preparation is visible. The work is being watched. And what's being noticed is that you're not stressed anymore. You're not desperate. You're not chasing. You're positioned. You're ready. You're waiting for what's already yours to arrive. And that confidence, that certainty, that peace terrifies your opposition, because it means you know something unknown to them. It means you're operating with information beyond their access. It means you're connected to a source beyond their comprehension. So attempts are being made to intercept this blessing before it reaches you. Poison is being prepared for the well before you can drink from it. Efforts are underway to convince the people bringing this opportunity that you're not who you appear to be, that you're hiding something, that you're not trustworthy, that investing in you is a mistake. But what's not being realized is that divine favor cannot be blocked by human jealousy. What's meant for you will reach you regardless of who tries to stand in the way. Time is running out, not for you, for your opposition. Your enemies have a limited window to execute this plan. Once this opportunity manifests, once this money hits, once this position is secured, their attack becomes irrelevant. Nobody cares about gossip when you're standing in undeniable success. Nobody believes accusations from bitter people when your life is proof of your character. Nobody entertains smear campaigns when your results speak louder than words. Pressure is building in their camp. Anxiety is setting in. Your enemies know that movement has to happen soon, or the chance gets missed. Mistakes are being made because they're rushing. Their intentions are being exposed because desperation is real. They're showing their hands because the clock is ticking and panic is setting in. That desperation is going to be their downfall. Meanwhile, you're being told not to stress. Don't worry about this. Don't lose sleep over their schemes. Don't give energy to scenarios that haven't manifested yet. Stay focused on your work. Keep practicing your craft. Keep preparing for the opportunity you know is coming. Keep your energy clean and your vibration high. The best defense isn't a good offense. The best defense is an undeniable life. Secrets are being revealed, but not just your secrets. Everyone's secrets are about to come to light. The whole truth is surfacing. When everything is exposed, when all information is on the table, you're going to be standing in integrity while your opposition scrambles to explain their darkness. There's also mentor energy around this opportunity. Someone is going to guide you through this transition. Someone is going to help you navigate this new level. Someone sees your potential and wants to invest in developing it. This mentor might be part of the opportunity. This person might come with the money, but there's a teaching component here. You're getting a growth opportunity beyond just the financial gain. Your enemies don't want you to have access to this mentorship. They don't want you learning from someone who can accelerate your success. They don't want you gaining knowledge that will make you even more powerful. So they're trying to cut you off at the knees before you can level up in ways that put you completely out of their reach forever. But they're too late. The connection is already made. The opportunity is already in motion. The wheels are already turning. They're fighting against momentum that's already built. They're trying to stop a train that's already left the station. All that's going to happen is they're going to get run over trying. What you need to understand is that this person collecting information on you has been at it for longer than you realize. Someone has been documenting your moves like they're building a case file. Screenshots of your posts exist. Records of conversations are stored. Receipts from situations that happened when you were still struggling are filed away. This person has been hoarding evidence of your lowest moments, like currency planned for spending when it hurts you most. While you were healing, this person was watching. While you were growing, they were taking notes. While you were transforming, they were cataloging every step like a stalker in the shadows. That level of attention isn't normal. That's not casual dislike. That's full-blown fixation. When they finally try to use what they've collected, everyone's going to see the obsession before they see the information. Something is specific about how they're planning to release this. The appearance needs to be accidental. It has to look like it slipped out naturally, like the leak didn't come from one specific source, but just happened to come up in conversation. They're trying to maintain plausible deniability. They want to destroy you without getting their hands visibly dirty. But divine justice doesn't allow that kind of cowardice to succeed. Your unexpected ally knows about this documentation too. This person has seen the files. Your ally knows what's being held over your head. And this individual has personal documentation about the person trying to expose you. That's the leverage. That's the insurance policy. When your enemy makes the move, your ally is ready to counter with information that's far more damaging. Information about current behavior, not past mistakes. Information about ongoing deception, not old survival choices. The secret about money isn't just about what you supposedly did. It's about what can't be proven you did. Some of what's being claimed is exaggerated. Some of it is taken out of context. Some of it is outright fabricated. Your enemies are betting that people will believe the worst about you without asking for evidence. They're counting on your past reputation to make their lies believable. but they miscalculated how much you've changed the narrative about who you are. When this secret finally gets released, when what's been held on to finally gets exposed, it doesn't have the imagined effect. Instead of destroying you, credibility gets destroyed for the accuser. Instead of making you look bad, their obsession becomes obvious. Instead of stopping your opportunity, it actually validates why you walked away in the first place. Illumination is coming for you. Truth is being revealed, but the truth that comes out is about their motives, not your character. People see right through it. The people offering you this opportunity see it for what it is, a desperate attempt by bitter individuals to sabotage someone who outgrew them. Instead of pulling back, they lean in harder, they offer you more support, they become even more convinced that you're the right choice. Your unexpected ally plays their assigned part too. This person releases information about your main enemy that shifts the entire narrative. Suddenly it's not about your past anymore, it's about their present. It's about their ongoing shady dealings, their personal secrets, their hypocrisy. They tried to expose you and ended up creating their own self-exposure. That's poetic justice at its finest. Something is happening with drinking and coping through substances. There's someone who hides their true identity behind a mask. That mask is about to crack wide open. Their secret accounts are going to be revealed. Their double life is going to come to light. Everything they've been hiding while passing judgment on you is going to spill out for everyone to see. The gossip they spread about you turns into gossip about them. The bitter taste they meant for you becomes the medicine they're swallowing personally. The sting you were supposed to feel becomes the sting they're nursing when their world collapses. Every weapon they formed against you becomes a weapon pointed backward at them. That's how divine justice operates when you're actually walking in truth. Your ex is watching all of this unfold with mixed emotions. Part of them feels satisfaction that your main enemy is getting exposed. Part of them feels nervous knowing their connection to all of this is real. Part of them hopes this gives them an opening to reach back out to you. But you're not interested. You're focused on your blessing. You're stepping into your opportunity. You're claiming what's yours. And they're realizing they lost their chance to be part of this chapter of your life. There's going to be a moment when you find out exactly what was being planned against you. Someone's going to tell you. Maybe it's your unexpected ally. Maybe it's someone else who was in the room when the plan got discussed. But you're going to hear the details of what was supposed to happen to you. Your reaction is going to surprise you. You're not going to fall apart. You're not going to panic. You're not going to immediately go into defense mode. Instead, you're going to feel this strange calm wash over you, this knowing that it already failed before it fully launched, this certainty that you're protected in ways beyond comprehension. That calm is going to unnerve your opposition more than any angry reaction could. You're going to have a conversation with someone involved in this situation. Maybe it's the family member, maybe it's someone adjacent to the whole mess. You're going to speak your truth without emotion, without accusation, without trying to convince anyone of anything. You're going to state facts, draw boundaries, make your position clear. You're going to walk away without looking back to see how their responses land. That's power, real power, not the kind that comes from fighting and proving and defending, the kind that comes from knowing your worth isn't up for debate. Your character isn't dependent on their approval. Your future isn't contingent on their acceptance. You're going to show them that the power they once believed they held over you never actually existed. Now let me put you onto something real. Destiny Engine. I built this because I was done watching chosen ones get dragged through betrayal, isolation and attacks while their enemies strutted around unchecked. I want to help you accelerate the speed of your divine justice and step fully into your purpose. And the beauty of it, you don't even have to lift a finger. Destiny Engine takes their downfall and flips it into your rise. This isn't another meditation app. It's declassified consciousness technology, the same mind-programming tools your enemies once used to install fear, competition and scarcity, re-engineered to restore your sovereignty and align you with the cooperative, upgraded operating framework. It generates personalized sequences mapped to your divine purpose. The hardest thing you'll do is put on headphones, press play and watch your enemies keep digging their own grave. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your destiny engine for $1 today and turn everything they did to break you into fuel for your rise. Link in the description. Your ex is going to try to use this moment to reconnect with you. They're going to reach out with some version of concern, asking if you're okay, offering support, acting like being on your side is genuine, but you're going to see right through it. You're going to recognize the manipulation, the attempt to use crisis as a doorway back into your life. You're going to shut that down with clarity that leaves no room for misinterpretation. The people bringing you this opportunity are going to witness how you handle this situation. They're going to watch you maintain composure under attack, navigate chaos with grace, refuse to be pulled into drama. That's going to make their confidence in choosing you even stronger. They're seeing someone who can handle pressure, someone who doesn't fold when things get difficult, someone who has the emotional intelligence to separate noise from truth. Here's what happens after their plan fails. Other people start noticing the pattern. People who were neutral before start seeing the person behind this for who they really are. The mask slips, the facade cracks. Suddenly everyone can see the obsession, the bitterness, the unhealthy fixation this person has with you. Mutual connections start distancing themselves. Nobody wants to be associated with that level of toxicity. Nobody wants to be connected to someone who's clearly unhinged about another person's success. The same people who might have listened to gossip before are now avoiding the conversation entirely. They recognize instability when they see it. Nobody wants it attached to their personal reputation. Your enemy starts losing credibility in other areas too. When someone is exposed as a liar or manipulator in one situation, people start questioning everything else that person has ever said. Past conversations are reviewed with new skepticism. Old stories are examined with fresh doubt. Suddenly this person's entire social standing starts to erode because the foundation was built on deception. Meanwhile, you're experiencing the opposite. Your reputation is actually enhanced by this attempted attack. People who didn't know you well are now curious about who you really are. They're looking at your actual life instead of listening to second-hand narratives. They're seeing your work, witnessing your growth, watching your character being demonstrated through action. What they find impresses them. You're getting opportunities you wouldn't have had if your enemy had just left you alone. That's another layer of cosmic justice. The attempt to destroy you actually promoted you. The scheme to diminish you actually amplified you. The plot to isolate you actually expanded your network. Every action taken with evil intent became a divine setup for your elevation. While your enemies obsess over you, you're building something beyond their conceptualization. You're not just making money, you're creating systems, you're establishing foundations, you're setting up structures that will generate wealth long after this current opportunity plays out. The work you're doing requires focus, deep focus, the kind of concentration that can't coexist with drama and chaos. That's why you've been feeling that pull to disconnect, to go silent, to stop engaging with certain people and situations. Your spirit has been protecting your focus, guarding your creative energy, making sure you have the mental bandwidth to build what you're being called to build. Your enemies don't understand this because creation isn't their role. They're consumers, they're spectators. They watch other people build and criticize from the sidelines. They've never created anything significant themselves, so they can't fathom the level of dedication required. They think you're just getting lucky, just being handed opportunities. They don't see the preparation. They don't witness the practice. The countless hours you invested when nobody was watching remain invisible to them. But the people bringing you this opportunity see it all. They recognize real work. They spot authentic expertise. They know the difference between someone who talks about success and someone who's actually built something. That's why they chose you. That's why they're investing in you. That's why your enemy's attempts to sabotage this relationship won't work. The foundation is solid. The connection is real. The value is undeniable. You're creating something that outlasts you. Legacy work. Something that will benefit people you'll never meet. This isn't just about your personal wealth. This is about contribution, impact, using your gifts to solve real problems for real people. That level of purpose-driven work carries protection that your enemies can't penetrate. It's not about you anymore. It's about something bigger than any individual. You're not the same person you were when this story started. The pressure created diamonds. The attacks created armor. The betrayal created boundaries. The chaos created clarity. Everything that was meant to break you actually made you stronger, sharper, wiser, more powerful than you've ever been. You're stepping into leadership roles you never imagined for yourself. Others are looking to you as an example. People who went through similar situations are reaching out, asking how you did it, how you healed, how you moved on, how you built something beautiful from the ruins of what fell apart. And you're sharing your story. Not for revenge, not to make enemies look bad, but to help others find their way out of the darkness you escaped from. This is purpose. This is legacy. This is why you had to go through what you went through, not for your pain, for your testimony, not for your wounds, for your wisdom, not for your struggle, for your strength, that can now be shared with others who need to see that transformation is possible. The money you're making, you're using it wisely. You're investing, you're saving, you're building generational wealth, you're breaking cycles that have plagued your family line for generations. You're proving that success doesn't have to come with corruption, that wealth doesn't have to compromise character, that you can have abundance and integrity at the same time. What's remarkable is how you're handling this new level of success. You're not flaunting it to prove anything to your haters. You're not posting everything to make your ex jealous. You're not rubbing it in anyone's face. You're moving in silence and letting your results speak for themselves. That's the mark of true maturity. That's the sign of authentic power. You've learned that real wealth whispers while poverty screams for attention. Your confidence now comes from a different source than it used to. It's not dependent on external validation anymore. It's not based on how many people like you or approve of your choices. It's rooted in knowing who you are at your core, knowing what you've overcome, knowing what you're capable of when you commit to something fully. That unshakable foundation cannot be disturbed by gossip or threatened by jealousy. You're making decisions now that your old self would have been too afraid to make, taking risks that used to terrify you, speaking up in situations where you used to stay silent, walking away from people and opportunities that don't align with your vision, setting standards that some people call unrealistic but you know are necessary. This is what growth looks like in real time. Your haters are still watching, still hoping you'll mess up, still waiting for you to fail, so the claim of being right about you all along can be made. But you're not giving that satisfaction. You're continuing to rise, continuing to build, continuing to break barriers everyone swore you'd never cross. And every level you reach is another nail in the coffin of the false narrative about who you are. Peace is in your life now, real peace, not the absence of problems, but the presence of power to handle whatever comes. You're not anxious about the future. You're not haunted by the past. You're fully present in this moment, grateful for how far you've come, excited about where you're going, confident in your ability to handle both blessings and challenges with equal grace. And now we're back where we started, but everything has transformed. That massive change I told you was coming, it came. The work that required mastery, you mastered it. The opportunity that was being blocked, it found you anyway. The secret that was supposed to destroy you, it destroyed your enemies instead. The bitter taste in your mouth, it turned sweet when victory arrived. The feeling of being muffled, it transformed into confident silence because you no longer need to explain yourself to anyone. The tower fell, but it wasn't your tower, it was theirs. The change happened, but it elevated you while exposing them. The choice was made, and you chose yourself without apology. The choppy waters you had to navigate, you sailed through them like the master you've become. Everything meant to be used as a weapon became a tool for your building. That continuous work and practice, it paid off beyond what you imagined. That wheel spinning in your direction, it landed on the biggest blessing. That abundance someone tried to block from reaching you. It's flowing now like a river that can't be dammed. That mentor you needed. This person appeared right on time. That recognition you deserved. It came with resources attached. You're victorious, not because you fought dirty, because you stayed clean, not because you manipulated, because you maintained integrity, not because you played games with your opposition, because you played a different game entirely, a higher game, a game nobody else even knew existed. And while busy attempts were being made to sabotage you in the mud, you were building your empire in the clouds. The gossip spread about you became the testimony you share. The bitter taste meant for you became the sweet victory you're savoring. The sting you were supposed to experience became the sting being nursed by your opposition. The tower someone tried to topple became the foundation you built your new life on. Everything reversed on them while working for you. Chosen one, this is what happens when you're actually walking in your purpose, when you're actually aligned with divine timing, when you're actually committed to your healing and growth. The universe doesn't just protect you, it weaponizes attacks against your enemies. It turns schemes into your setup. It makes hate into your fuel. It transforms obstacles into your opportunities. You were never in danger. You were always protected. The secret was never going to destroy you. It was always going to expose your opposition. The opportunity was never going to be blocked. It was always going to reach you. The money was never going to be stopped. It was always going to flow. Your victory was never in question. It was always guaranteed. And now you know exactly who you are, exactly what you're capable of, exactly how powerful you become when you choose yourself, exactly how unstoppable you are when you trust divine timing, exactly how protected you are when you walk in integrity. That knowledge is the real treasure. That certainty is the real wealth. That power is the real inheritance. You're standing in your harvest now, the season you spent years preparing for, the moment when everything you planted in tears gets reaped in joy, the time when your faith gets validated by manifestation, the hour when your enemies have to watch you win and can't do anything to stop it. This is your vindication, your validation, your victory lap, and the beautiful thing is you're not done. This is just the beginning. This opportunity is opening doors to bigger opportunities. This money is creating access to more money. This level is preparing you for higher levels. You're in motion now. Momentum is building, and there's no stopping what's been set in motion by divine hands. Welcome to your harvest season. Welcome to your empire. Welcome to the life you built from the ashes of what tried to burn you. Welcome to the victory that was always yours. Welcome to the abundance that couldn't be blocked. Welcome to the destiny that refused to be denied. This is just the beginning. The best is still coming, and this time you're ready for it. You're prepared for it. You're positioned for it. You're walking into it with your head high, your heart strong and your spirit unbreakable, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop you now.